Ellen McCauley prayed up in Syracuse, New York. Now we talked about God helping us. We talked about how we have to ask for His grace. And I call it a supernatural push. I also like to call it a supernatural kick in the pants. Lord, give me a kick in the pants because I needed to lose weight. And I've got 20 common reasons why you're not losing weight. And I really think it's a very interesting article. And again, I want you to read it in its entirety. I love this. Maybe you are losing without realizing it. Now, for the majority of this group, that's not so true. But a couple people, if your jeans are looser, if you're buttoning or zipping a jacket, if your body's shifting around a little bit, again, it's a process. You have to be patient. Also, if you've gone to the gym every week and you're doing great, but you've eaten ham for 4 days in a row, there's going to be some water retention. Every week, your whole life gets on that scale. Not just what you've eaten, your exercise, your metabolism, your age, everything gets on that scale with you. Your water retention, you got to be patient. Keep doing the right things. Also talks about gaining muscle. Again, I'm not so sure everybody in the group is like gaining a lot of muscle, but that can be an issue. Is it a cause not to exercise? Do you say, I don't want to exercise because then I'll gain too much weight and muscle? No, that's not a good reason not to exercise. Also, one of the things I never do, because it would be too hectic, I never took my measurements. I never knew where, at 371 and 338, I never took my measurements. But if you want to go home tonight, get out a tape measure. Anyone got a tape measure? I think a few people might have one. Take your measurements, and then every month, I wouldn't do it every week, take them again, same, outfit on or whatever, bra, panties, or if you're a man, don't do it with your bra and panties on. Put the tape measure around you and see what your measurements are and see if you really are moving things around. Number 2, you're not keeping track of what you're eating. I know what a true log looks like. I know a true log. Mustard. They have everything on there. 5 nuts. They don't write nuts. I know what a true log looks like, and many of yours are not true log. Cookies. I have a vision of 20 cookies. And just like I said, God knows everything about you. He knows what you're eating. He knows what you're doing for moving. The log is not for me. The log has never been for me. The log is for you. Here's a big one. You're not eating enough protein. It's critical. One of the reasons the Whole30 works so well is because it's so much protein. I'm addicted to protein, and I mix it up. This week we had a pork roast rolled in chopped walnuts. God bless you. That was a good one. We had a pork roast rolled in chopped walnuts, and then boiled kale with sliced almonds and vinaigrette. And then, the walnuts. I think we had a little mashed sweet potatoes on the side. Delicious. We're trying to really mix up the recipes. Protein is critical. If you're having too many, carbs, I can't say it enough. And here's big, number 4. This is the majority of why you're not losing weight. You're eating too many calories. Period. If you're not losing weight, you should try weighing your food, tracking your calories for a while. There's a million apps, there's a million measuring cups and spoons. Everything counts. And here's another thing, even good food counts. If you say nuts are good for me and you eat a can of cashews, that's too much. Even if you have 20 apples for a snack, 20 apples still has 20 apples worth of calories. Here's a big one. You're not eating whole foods. I have 100% eliminated processed food from my diet. It'll almost be a year that I'm coming up on doing this. No chemicals at all. I've never felt better. My skin feels good. I don't feel 62. Don't tell me I look it, because I don't. I don't want to hear that. Processed foods are not going to help you lose weight. You're not lifting weights. Did anyone get out those stretchy bands last week like I asked you to? One per, two, three, couple. Oh, but they're afraid to raise their hands. They're afraid I'm going to call on you. The stretchy bands, the weights, they're critical. You're binge eating even on healthy foods. I just said that. Even a single binge. One of the things, and people don't want to hear that, is ever since I started Pray It Off in January of 2008, I only eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I do not snack. No snacks. None. Not an apple. Nothing. It's just the way I wanted to live my life, and guess what? It didn't kill me. I'm not dead. It is what God... we think, well, I'm just going to have a little this. I'm just going to have a little that. And I'm talking about if you want to lose weight. If you're maintaining your weight and you're having an apple or popcorn or something, that's fine. I'm talking about if you want to lose weight, try just having breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Guess what? By the time it gets to those meals, you're hungry and you want to eat. You're not doing cardio. Cardio is a recumbent bike. Going to the gym, breathing a little harder, walking a little faster. If you're not healthy enough to do cardio, don't, but if you are, you should be doing it. You're still drinking sugar. Anyone drinking sugary beverages, especially fruit juices, one person has a big glass of juice at every meal. Juice is not the healthiest thing to have. If you can't have just plain water, try seltzer water. It's good, I like it. The sleep part of it. I didn't want to touch my lips there. Sleep is so important. We've talked about it before. Also, you're eating too often. We talked about that before. 3 meals a day. Try not to have too many snacks. It's just not good for you. Also, you're drinking too much alcohol. I think that if you're trying to lose weight, you should give up alcohol because there's a lot of calories in it. Now, I'm talking if you go to, I'm not saying if you go to a party and you want to have 1 or 2, but if you're drinking alcohol every day and you want to lose weight, it's a good way to give it up and not gain weight. You're not eating mindfully. You're not enjoying your food. Oh, the other night we had zucchini noodles with cut up chicken, apple chunks, and avocado. It's in the Whole 30 cookbook. It's called chicken hash. I don't know why it was called hash. It was. Was I making noises, Bob? I was going, this is so good. And you might say, isn't that a lot of work? We bought the zucchini noodles at Wegmans. You can get them all done if you want to. Eat mindfully. When it's time for my food, I am not doing anything but mindfully eating because I'm hungry. You have a medical condition that's making things harder. Harder is the word, not impossible. We all have medical conditions at one time or another. We have to adjust our either eat less, move a little more. We have to adjust. It'll be harder, slower, but you can still do it. You're addicted to junk food. I think this might be a couple people's, problem. And if a support group like this isn't helping, you might need professional help. There's nothing wrong with professional help. There's a counselor here at Holy Family. I think she's still doing it. There's nothing wrong with talking to someone about what's going on in your life. You've been starving yourself for too long. That was one of my problems too. I felt like if I just didn't eat, I would lose weight. I'm telling you, I eat so much more food since I started the Whole 30. Guess what? We're going to talk about it a little bit next week for those of you who might want to try it. Your expectations aren't realistic. You're too focused on dieting. I think this is important. Diets don't work. Studies show that people who diet gain more weight over time. If your primary goal is to be happier, healthier, and a fitter person, focus on nourishing your body instead of depriving it, and let the weight loss follow as a natural side effect. I don't call this a diet. I never have. I don't like the word. I don't think it's something you can do for a short amount of time and then get back to your old lifestyle. I also put in here an activity log. Find your starting point for exercise. Pick a day, like pick Friday and Monday and maybe a weekend, and just write down what you actually did and then come up with some ways to increase activity, and then set some short-term and long-term goals. Like I told you that I wanted to go from 10,000 to 12,000 steps a day, but my short-term goal might be 10,500 or 11,000, and my long-term might be 12. Use those. And then I'm going to stop right there, Bob. And the thing is,